In a secret place, some of the world's leading scientists and architects built an underground city for the future of mankind. The people down there will never know anything about life on Earth above the surface. All secrets are kept neatly in a box that has been set for 200 years unopenable, but will be revealed if the situation is so urgent. The box was passed from generation to generation through the mayor. Then after 150 years the box began to be forgotten and no one knew where the box was. Until finally the box opened itself after 200 years had passed, where it should have been the humans who lived in the underground city, knowing that it was time for the city to be abandoned. The underground city is called Ember. A city that has never met the sun. All day long they are only illuminated by the light of the lamp, which is the only thing that is most useful for their lives. The current mayor doesn't know where the box is, even he hides the fact that the city will soon be destroyed. He doesn't want his citizens to panic because there is no way out of Ember. In the city of Ember, every child when they graduate from elementary school they will be given a job that they take from the pocket that the mayor distributes. Whatever they get, that is their job that they will live for the rest of their lives, maybe even until they die. There was a child named Lena who really wanted a job as a mail carrier, but unfortunately she got a job she didn't want at all. She got a job as a worker in the only power generator that turned on the lights in Ember City for 200 years. Lena finally tried to exchange her job with a man named Dune who got a job as a mail carrier. Suddenly Dune really agreed to that, because he really wanted to work on the generator because his father used to work there. He wanted to save Ember from the darkness. Finally Lena and Dune got the job they've always dreamed of. Lena lives with her old grandmother and a little sister named Poppy. Her mother and father died long ago, so Lena had to take care of her grandmother and sister alone. Every night to put her sister to sleep, Lena always plays a telephone voice recorder where it is the conversation of her father and mother before they died. The voices of her parents will immediately make Poppy fall asleep. Meanwhile, Dune lives with his father who is an expert in mechanics and electronics. The next day the long-awaited day arrived. Now Lena will start working as a messenger. She was given a uniform by her boss, then she started her job delivering messages very happily, as well as Dune who started working on a generator even though the situation there was very shabby and dark, but Dune was so loved with work. Working for what we love for what we want is indeed one of the most beautiful gifts that can be obtained by humans. Once when Dune was idly exploring the underground tunnel alone using only the map he brought, there he saw a tunnel that was removed from the map. The door that was there could not be opened because it was locked from the inside, as if no one was allowed to enter it.
There's gotta be another way into the generator.
Before long the lights in the city of Ember went out again. The city of Ember was suddenly completely dark without any light. It's been a week since the city of Embers has been turned off more than 3 times. It's because the generator is getting old. The situation at Dune's workplace was so busy. People were busy putting out the fire that burned the generator, and finally Dune could see the generator, which was so big and old. One time when Lena was delivering her first message, there suddenly someone from outside the house seemed to have run away from something. That person said that he saw a very large animal in the dark there, in a place where no one from the citizens of Ember City was allowed to pass through, because if any of its citizens are caught out of the border they will be immediately put in jail.
So dark. I grabbed onto it, ran right into it. I swear, it was as big as a house.
Dune is busy patching all the leaky pipes there. Lately, many pipes have leaked, but there is no replacement for the pipes, so the leaks will continue to be patched and will never be replaced. Actually, Dune has never seen what kind of generator it is. Is it really big like what many people say, or is it the other way around? One night when Lena arrived at her house, she looked for the whereabouts of her sister, who turned out to be eating the paper in the box in front of her. Lena, what's so special about this box? Her grandmother had forgotten about it. The next day Lena gets a message from someone who works in a food shop for the mayor. The message is, the ship is ready. Lena immediately ran towards the mayor's building. There she saw the paintings of the previous mayor, one of which was her great-grandfather. In the painting, her great-grandfather holds a box that she met at her house yesterday. Finally, she conveyed the message to the mayor there. For information in the City of Embers, food is now very difficult to find. In grocery stores there is even no stock, but the people of Embers don't know about it. At home, Lena kept watching the box she opened, which then contained a letter that had been torn. She tried to connect tear after tear. She tried to connect word for word, which she didn't understand at all. Then Lena tried to feel part by part of the box. Until finally she seemed to press something, which then immediately came out a clear glass box that Lena did not know at all about the function of the tool. Her grandmother is really healthy. The doctor can only tell her to rest and sleep enough because she doesn't have any more medicine. There was no more medicine in the City of Ember. Not long after the doctor left, the light went out again, and then Lena hugged her sister in the dark.
Stand still. Granny, we're coming.
The next morning her grandmother was completely unconscious, which turned out to be now her grandmother had died. Only Poppy is the only family that Lena has now. There is no one anymore. She decides to move house to a smaller place with her sister. Lena kept her eyes on the box. She tried to connect the letters that were torn into pieces. Now that she is accompanied by Dune, maybe Dune can help her solve the problem.
I know it was.
Had a tea.
What? What I don't understand is why would they have...
What if there's an exit from Ember?
Then Dune takes him to a place where he leads Lena to a tunnel which was erased from the map, and they both go to a door which is locked from the inside. While opening it, soon they see a very big animal figure walking through it. It's like a giant rat. They both immediately ran from the giant rat chase.
What's that?
Run!
Lena went upstairs where it was a food warehouse that had nothing inside. Luckily the rat was trapped, which Lena and Dune finally managed to escape. Then Lena saw the helmet used by Dune, where the helmet had an inscription called My Fleet. Dune explained that the helmet user was named My Fleet according to information that it drowned at the bottom of the pipe and could not be saved. It turned out that My Fleet was the name of Lena's father. Lena immediately asked this, someone who was previously close to her father and mother, maybe there was something that could help her in breaking the box. Then the person showed a hidden place. She explained that then her father was looking for a way out of Amber using the train there. Her father was sure there was a way out of Ember to a place that could guarantee life. But her father actually died and never returned. Only his helmet could be saved. Lena immediately looked for Dune at her workplace. Then the two of them finally now entered the tunnel door that was removed from the map. It turns out there is a lot of food where the food might make all of Ember no longer starve. The mastermind of it all turns out to be his own mayor, where he keeps all his food for himself. They are both so disappointed for what his guardian has done. Lena then tried to speak to the mayor's personal bodyguard. She explained what she saw about the mayor who had piled up all the foods of the City of Ember. Unfortunately, the mayor's bodyguard was indeed one part of the mayor's plan. Lena was immediately interrogated by the mayor, who was cool eating him food. The mayor there saw a box that Lena brought, who was fortunate that the light from the city suddenly went out and made Lena immediately run away. Now the police are chasing Dune to his house. Dune immediately fled, running to a greenhouse at the end of the City of the Ember. The place where Lena awaits waiting there. There they both entered a secret room where there was a train that had not been used for a long time. Dune knew it was his father's made train because his father had told me about it. The two of them immediately left from there using the train to a place that somehow was in the direction. Then they arrived at the end of the railroad tracks. Whereas in the city the residents were celebrating the annual event of the City of Amber, led directly by the mayor, who felt his leadership succeeded in making the Ember better. There Dune and Lena tried to unite the two keys from the box, where one of the key was indeed stolen by Lena from the mayor when she was going to run away. Dune knew they had to go to the generator, but they both returned to the city to pick up Lena's sister formerly. Now the three of them are right in front of the locked generator door. Lena tried to find something in the room that might be able to open the door. What she finally knew was that the key was behind the locker because she followed the sign of the record of the box, which was the same as the building design. Dune tried to return the locker in it. It turned out that there were still many other lockers. They knew it was not a locker but a boat. Then they both tried to turn the lever near him, and the boat was like walking alone following a small rail below. Even now the boats enter the generator room where the door is automatically open, then the boats are like making a formation that naturally enters a river there. But the big wheel there immediately destroyed the boat. There is something wrong, something that might have to be broken again by the two of them.
We need to follow the instructions exactly.
Then they tried to open a door whose key could be opened with both keys from the Lena box, where the other came from the mayor Lena stole. The three of them went inside and climbed the stairs to the generator control center, then they turned on the generator with both keys. Where is the one that makes the wheel that blocks the boat again spinning, but then the wheel immediately stopped again. Assisted by Dune's old co-workers named Sul, Dune fixed the wheel. But the power surge was so strong that it broke the lights in the city of Ember. Even dirty water began to enter the city of Amber. The mayor immediately scared. He knew the city of Ember would soon end. The mayor immediately left from there into the place where he collected all the foods of the city of Embers, but it turns out there was a giant mouse who turned out to be silent there. Dune, Lena and her sister finally boarded the boat, while Sul was silent there so that the wheel could continue to move. Finally the three of them made it through the wheel. The boat continued to walk very quickly through the winding cave until finally they crashed into a water that was so calm. Then they arrived at the end of the river. There they saw a box containing a match that they first saw. They followed a guide to light the match. With the light they had, they walked slowly up, then opened the door there. There is a way out that either goes to where. It turns out that now they are on the mainland of the same dark earth with the city of Ember. In front of them there are cars that may have been for hundreds of years of never being used. They are frustrated again. Darkness is the most terrible thing for them, even though they have tried. Maybe they even think they will meet a better place and a brighter place. But a few moments later the sparkle of yellowish light originating from the sun that began to rise. That was the first time they saw sunlight. In a hole, they can even see the city of Amber down there. Then they tried to send a stone containing the message they wrote. Fortunately, the stone fell and was read by the right person, namely his father Dune. Someone who had tried to get out of the city of Amber with her father Lena, but failed. Fortunately their child managed to get out of the darkness. Then the film was finished.